You've probably spent decades ignoring something that could drastically change the way your body responds in the most intimate moments. And I'm not talking about tricks, positions, or miracle pills that promise a lot and end up disappointing. I'm talking about something so basic that ironically you've been consuming, or at least think you've been consuming, for years, but in amounts, forms, or timing that don't unlock its true potential. It's a vitamin, an essential molecule for life that your body recognizes as biological fuel. And when used strategically, it can trigger an almost immediate reaction in your circulation. I'm not exaggerating when I say almost immediate. Within minutes, you could feel your body switch on, the blood flowing more powerfully to where you need it most, and your erection becoming firmer, fuller, and harder to ignore. This isn't magic, and it's not suggestion. It's pure biochemistry applied with precision. Before you think this sounds too good to be true, let me tell you, not all nutrients have this ability. Most vitamins work over the long term, repairing, strengthening, and preventing. But there are a select few that, under the right conditions, act like a switch. You flip it, and the change is felt. What makes this one stand out is that its mechanism is directly linked to vasodilation. That is, the expansion of your arteries to allow more blood to circulate. And in male sexual response, blood is the ultimate fuel. Think of your arteries as a network of highways. When you're young, those roads are wide, smooth, and traffic flows without interruption. As you age, narrowings appear, partial blockages form, and the flow slows down. What this vitamin does is like sending in a team of engineers to reopen the lanes, clear out the obstacles, and restore fast, steady traffic. The result? An erection that fills faster, lasts longer, and responds even to minimal stimulation. Now here's a detail very few people know. It's not just about having more blood circulating, but about where it goes and how your body decides to send it. The vascular system is smart. It prioritizes vital organs like the heart, brain, and lungs. But if you trigger certain chemical signals, your body understands that the genital area also needs an extra boost of blood flow. This vitamin, when taken at the right time and combined with some natural enhancers, sends that message to the circulatory system. And it does it so effectively that you might feel a pleasant warmth traveling through your torso and down toward your pelvis in just minutes. And I want you to pay very close attention to this. It's not enough to just take it and hope for the best. If you consume it in any form, at any time of day, chances are its effect will go unnoticed. That's why, in just a moment, I'm going to reveal the protocol used by men in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s to make this vitamin act like a natural erection accelerator. It includes the correct way to take it, what foods to combine it with to multiply its absorption, and the exact time window for an almost immediate effect. Stay until the end, because I'm also going to tell you the most common mistake that not only blocks its action, but could make you miss the chance to experience the true potential of this tool. A mistake so simple, you've probably made it without even realizing it. Trust me, once you apply it exactly as I'm about to explain, you'll understand why some doctors who study male sexual health call it the erection ignition button. And the best part, it's right within your reach. The vitamin I've been talking about, vitamin B3 niacin, isn't just a supplement you pick up without thinking. When used strategically, it becomes a finely tuned instrument for enhancing blood flow, intimacy, and masculine confidence. But the secret is in the details: how you prepare your body before taking it, what you combine it with, and the subtle signals you pay attention to afterward. Those details are what transform a regular vitamin into a near-instant ignition switch for your erection. Let's break down what really happens inside your body when niacin does its job. The moment it enters your system, your digestive tract absorbs it and sends it into your bloodstream. From there, it travels quickly to your blood vessel walls, especially in the smaller arteries and capillaries. It stimulates the production of prostaglandins, chemical messengers that tell your vascular smooth muscle to relax. That relaxation widens the blood vessels, reducing resistance and allowing more blood to flow through with each heartbeat. This is why you might feel that sudden flush, that warm wave across your skin. It's your body's way of saying, the gates are open. Now here's something most men over 50 don't realize. As you age, your endothelial function, the ability of your arteries to dilate on command, declines. This is partly due to oxidative stress, partly to reduced nitric oxide production. Niacin doesn't just open those vessels temporarily. Regular, proper use can help restore endothelial responsiveness, so your body becomes better at increasing blood flow when you need it, whether during exercise, in moments of arousal, or even for brain function and mental sharpness. This means we're not just talking about a one-time boost, but about retraining your vascular system to respond more like it did decades ago. That's why some performance-focused doctors quietly recommend niacin cycles. Not constant daily use, but targeted periods where you prime your circulation before intimacy or physical activity, giving your system the stimulus it needs to stay responsive. Another rarely mentioned benefit? Niacin also enhances the mobilization of fatty acids in your bloodstream. Why does this matter for sexual health? Because freeing up stored energy and improving metabolic efficiency ensures your body can sustain performance without feeling drained after. A strong erection is only one part of satisfying intimacy. You also need the stamina to stay engaged, to maintain intensity, and to end the encounter feeling energized, not exhausted. If you really want to take this to the next level, combine niacin with other natural vasodilators in your diet. A simple example, pair it with foods rich in L-citrulline, like watermelon or dark leafy greens loaded with nitrates. L-citrulline boosts nitric oxide, while niacin improves vessel responsiveness. The synergy between them can be remarkable. Nitric oxide signals your arteries to open, and niacin makes them more willing to respond. Timing remains crucial. You don't want to take niacin hours before, because its peak effect will fade. Nor do you want to take it too late, when the moment has already arrived. The sweet spot, based on clinical observations, is that 30 to 45-minute window before you anticipate intimacy. And if you're planning a special evening, there's something powerful about building anticipation. Not just for her, but for you. You know what's coming. You feel the subtle warmth. You're aware your body is primed, and that awareness alone can heighten arousal. But there's a psychological component here too. When you notice your body responding more strongly, erections becoming fuller, recovery time shorter, you start to rebuild a certain self-assurance that maybe had been fading. You carry yourself differently. You look at her differently. And women are incredibly perceptive. They can sense when a man is physically confident and fully present. Still, let's address the safety aspect, because using this knowledge responsibly is part of maintaining long-term sexual health. Niacin's flushing effect, while harmless for most healthy men, can be intense for some, especially at higher doses. Always start low, even as low as 50 milligrams, and gradually work up as your body adjusts. And if you have underlying health conditions or take medication for cholesterol or blood pressure, you must speak with your doctor before experimenting with higher doses. One more advanced tip: if you really want to feel the full vascular effect, take your niacin with a small amount of warm water rather than cold. Warm liquids can enhance vasodilation by slightly relaxing the smooth muscles in your digestive tract, aiding absorption and promoting that systemic warmth that complements niacin's action. Some men even do a few light squats or dynamic stretches during the waiting period to encourage circulation toward the pelvic area before intimacy. Now imagine this: you've set the scene. She has no idea you've followed a precise protocol, but she notices the difference immediately. Your arousal is more intense, your presence feels stronger, and the moment you touch her, there's a new kind of energy between you. She responds to it instinctively, and while she might not know about the niacin, she will feel the results in every movement, every kiss, every second you stay connected. This is what I mean when I say this isn't just a vitamin, it's a tool. Used intelligently, it can help you reclaim not just performance, but the sense of mastery over your own body. And the more you learn to harness it, the more you'll realize that age doesn't have to dictate your capacity for pleasure, intimacy, or connection. So, if you're ready to truly explore what your body is still capable of, and perhaps even go beyond what you thought possible, this is your starting point. And remember, in the next video, I'll be revealing specific nutrient stacks and timing strategies that combine niacin with other natural enhancers for effects that are both immediate and long-term. These aren't generic health tips. They're clinically informed, experience-tested methods that men well into their 60s and 70s are using right now to keep their performance, vitality, and confidence at its peak. Write in the comments, "I want the full protocol," and subscribe because what's coming will make you see your own masculinity and your own potential in a completely different light.